Let's get to oil prices for a moment. Bit of a rebound today for what it's worth at $56.92, up 46 cents as President Trump seeks to preserve an alliance with Saudi Arabia. Now, oil, although up today, is still 25% off its highs, and it's been something to watch here the last few weeks. Market watcher Alan Nuckman has been watching it, of course, and joins us now. It was interesting, to watch President Trump, Alan, with this interview that he did with Chris Wallace over the weekend and in recent comments about the Saudis. The sense, I don't know what your sense is, but it seems to be some people's sense he just wants this issue to go away, and whether or not he'll be able to do that is an open question. How does it all play in the market?
Well, there are a lot of differing interests here involved. So we can look at Mr. Trump. He wants lower oil prices, but at the same time, that could slow U.S. economic growth. So I don't understand his motivation necessarily there. He kind of tricked Saudi Arabia a little bit with the Iran sanctions, thinking that would take oil off the market, but he gave so many exemptions that it really hasn't. So you've got battling forces, as well as you've got Russia that doesn't want any production cuts. So all of these factors have to be balanced out, and it reflects in one thing: the price. The prices come essentially straight down, like you said, from October 1st, more than $20. But we have held the lows for the last 52 weeks so far, so that could be a bottom in sight.
So if you're Saudi Arabia and you're looking at all of this, and the impetus there is to cut production of oil, and the president says, no, don't cut production of oil, what do you do? Because at the same time, you know that all the reports, whether, it's the CIA reports that have been in many of the newspapers, say that we kind of know, we're on to you, that it was Mohammed bin Salman, the crown prince, that was behind this killing of the writer Jamal Khashoggi. So then if you defy the orders, such as they are in a tweet from the American president, that puts you in a tough spot. So I wonder how they'll respond.
I think Saudi Arabia has a certain amount of independence regardless of who the president is. This is no mystery for the past month and a half or however long it's been as, who was responsible. So the markets know that. The markets have digested that. I think it's become just a kind of a change in psychological sentiment, because you remember it was only 6 weeks ago that we were at 4-year highs in oil. The global growth story maybe has slowed a little bit, but if a China situation can be solved, that will get us back on track once again for that global growth. Focus on the dollar as well. The dollar had a key reversal top last week, new year highs and a lower weekly close, and we're following through on that sell-off. That's going to be very helpful. Look at gold's up $25 off its recent lows and up $15 last week, so that could put in a bottom for crude as well.
Good point. We should talk more than we do about the dollars and matters for stocks as well, which are down big today. Good to see you, Alan. Thank you for coming on. It's always good to see you. Alan Nuckman out in Chicago. So the Dow's down 429 now. I tell you, Boeing continues to be one of the big drags. If you look at what's pulling down the Dow, we've talked a lot about Apple today, but look at Boeing, down 5%. That's a $17 drop nearly for Boeing, well under $320 a share. So put it together with the likes of Caterpillar and 3M. Boy, tough day for Goldman Sachs. I'm just looking at some of these Dow stocks. We'll be back to talk about all of this with the Dow down 439 points. Back in just a moment.